Lady Vengeance has another trophy, but she did not kill to earn it. Ryan Foster's watch may be going tick-tock, tick-tock, and that is the sound of Mia Lapierre's life ticking away behind bars. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment, here to review Dexter Resurrection, Season 1, Episode 5. This one was called Murder Horny, and Lady Vengeance was horny for a murder, but in the end, Dexter set her up for a murder that she did not even commit.
And you got that right. You said that she would actually be revealed that she just likes killing.
Well, we both got it right. You said he would, set her up and I frame her, and I says that she probably kills men that are innocent, and we were both spot on the money, so there you go.
Yeah, we were. It's not like they revealed everything in the promo. So we got it bang on the money.
See if you want to know what happens in the next 5 episodes, subscribe to us, guys. Like and subscribe. $10 super chat, you know the score.
You've got Batista sitting in the hotel room, right, for like a 30-second
Wait, we're better than Batista.
I know. we know everything that's happening.
We don't walk alone, we walk together.
See that wee TikTok push? That's like, Jordan Chase said that years ago. Batista doesn't even know who fucking Jordan Chase is.
Batista's behind the white, isn't he? Like,
I know, he needs to get his act together.
He's not quite black, but he's certainly behind the white. Anyway.
I mean, Dexter's, they're all killing people, man. Serial killer table, and Batista's sitting there watching Freeview TV in the hotel. What the fuck's he doing?
Second-hand news, Batista, what you doing? Come on, pull your finger.
Last episode he was pally-pally with the NYPD. Now he knows hee-haw.
He's just getting further away. The trail's getting colder.
I know, he needs to fucking stick it in the microwave.
Yeah, anyway, right, so we start this episode with a little reunion between Dexter and Harrison. Harrison's shocked that Dexter's alive. Aren't we all? Dexter explains it was the cold. The cold got him. Well, the cold actually saved Dexter.
The cold got his blood.
Normally the cold takes lives, but on this occasion the cold actually saved Dexter's life. It slowed down the bleeding. That meant that he was able to live, and he got let off with the charges when doing his self-defense. I can't sit here and pretend that I know who he killed in New Blood because we haven't seen it, but here
we've seen it in the actual build-up though to Resurrection. They showed it.
In that regards, we probably know as much about New Blood as Batista does.
Yeah, Batista was in New Blood a lot.
Absolutely hee-haw.
And you know what though, it's like Dexter literally killed a police officer while he was locked up on suspicion of a murder. How the fuck's he got away with that? I've got a feeling we watch New Blood, we're going to be picking holes throughout those like last couple of episodes because
technicality's
damn right, but also like the fact that they've come out and said that the plan was to kill Dexter, but then Michael C. Hall rung them up and said, "Here, I'd like to make more of this," and then they fucking changed it.
I'm not done yet.
It's like, "Here, I taught you to aim for the heart, Harrison. You hit it, and I still survived. Can't kill this guy."
Yeah, Harrison says you're like a goddamn horror movie villain. Like Michael Myers or the guy with the fucking hockey mask. You think they're dead and then, you know what, they're back. What horror movie villain is Dexter similar to? I can't really think because most of them
he likes Patrick Bateman, doesn't he? He likes American Psycho.
None of them have got the intelligence of Dexter.
No, they don't.
None of them's got they just don't. They have the brains. I mean, Dexter's a blood splatter analyst. Those guys are good at splattering blood, but Dexter's good
at a lot of people that he's took a wee bit of, like looked at their methods, and he's took a wee bit drips and drabs for each, like, of course, the history of television and movies. But at the end of the day, he's his own fucking guy, and he's the guy.
Yeah, he is the guy. He wants to get back on a right path, I guess, with Harrison, but Harrison needs his space, so they go their separate ways. Harrison has a conversation with the detective. She basically contacts him because he phoned her, left a voicemail on her phone, and he tries to spin it that he was just looking for the victim's, I guess, number so he could call her and say that he's not a real hero. Just putting himself into dangerous situations, and he finds out that he's still, in fact, a potential
Suspect.
So.
No, I see with Harrison, man, I'm actually surprised that he's getting away with this because he just looked. I know you could say, oh, he's just a generic, worried, nervous kid that's involved. He's got caught with the wrong crowd. No, I mean this guy sweats buckets over nothing. Like, how fucking retarded would the police have to be to give us like a potential suspect the number of the victim of Ryan Foster? It's like that could just be looked at as a way. Well, he wants to wipe out all his loose ends. because she's like the only one that can really put him at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, that was never going to happen. So yeah, I get it. He's trying to think fast and come up with an excuse as to why he phoned, but I think he needed a better one than that. Dexter and Lady Vengeance, they go bowling and, hey Nico, let's go bowling.
We're in New York.
Yeah, kind
Hey
of.
Yoko, Fatty Roman's cousin.
Reminded me of GTA 4, great times. Dexter's bowling experience did come into play here, but apparently his bowling skills are not as good as Lady Vengeance, because he doesn't win despite nailing a 7-10 split, which is a hard shot to complete. But
I'd argue a 7-10 split's harder than a, knocking them all. What do you call it? Strike?
Yeah, but the only reason you've got a
Because you
7-10,
failed to
yeah,
strike.
so it's like,
Yeah, but I mean, there's loads of examples throughout sports. Like, I mean, you could argue here in F1, the only reason you did that great overtakes because you're behind the guy in first. You're not actually winning. Where's the line getting drawn here? You know what I mean? I like the 7-10.
Well, either way, Dexter hit the 7-10, but Lady Vengeance hit the strike. She won. He blamed it on a lackey activity, which is true, because when was the last time Dexter actually was playing bowling? Did they get the bowling team back together in season 8?
I don't think they did.
Season 7?
The last time I recall
Was Dokes falling or something?
that image of like the bowling alley, but then like as this guy moved, you see Dokes like 100 metres down the bar, and he's just staring at Dexter. He raises his wee glass of Jameson.
Ah, good times.
Good times. Batista looked at the picture of that, by the way, in a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah.
Now he wants to bring it here. Maybe that's the whole reason he's in New York. Forget the fact you're Bay Harbour Butcher. I want the bowling team back together.
Definitely. We have some flirting between Lady Vengeance and Dexter, and she proposes Monage à toi. Dexter thinks, shouldn't we just do it together our first time, one-on-one, thinking that she's talking about some sort of, I don't know, freeway sex thing, but in fact she is talking about a kill. She wants to do a kill with Dexter, and perhaps they can take out somebody bad together, and she's even willing to do it his way. So Dexter's okay with this. He likes the idea of this, despite Harry warning him. But later on, when they do meet for some red wine, Dexter finds out some hurtful truths. In fact, that she doesn't have a code. She's not necessarily like him. And maybe it started out that way, but at this moment in time, she's just someone who enjoys killing, and she says that the men that she kills are not predators. She's the predator, which I thought was a pretty good line. So it feels like every time Dexter thinks he can have someone that can kill with him, it's a big letdown.
Yeah, and she said as well that the media always portrays like the women as the victims when they're killers, but she's like, I don't want to be like that. I want to actually be portrayed as a predator, which I thought was decent. Yeah, you know what? Casino 2025, man, this show's as probably non-woke as you're going to get. I like it.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I know they worked out the RuPaul's Drag Race, but when they come out with stuff like this, it makes up for it.
Yeah, because she admitted that like some of the men that she kills are innocent and that she's the actual predator. So very rare to hear a female get called a predator, but she called herself one. And all of a sudden now Dexter's like, I don't know if I want to do the kill, but she's adamant. She wants to jump in a ride share and watch Dexter saw somebody's head off, but Dexter does his best to avoid jumping in any cars, any ride shares, before backing out. And she claims that he's got some sort of like performance
anxiety.
Something along those lines, but
and he's like, yes, that's it.
That's the one, that's the thing.
My ego's non-existent. I don't care.
Yep, she's disappointed with how the night has ended, but, well, that's how her night's going to end with Dexter. That's not the end to her night, though, because she claims that she's murder horny, like the title of this episode, and that she's going to find someone to kill. And, obviously, you can just see here, no fetting anybody, no looking into a code. She's just pretty much going to go out and try and find, like, the first guy that she can, and Dexter, I don't think Dexter can let this happen.
He can't. Mark is his name, the guy, the victim. So what Dexter does, he breaks into her apartment. He does the normal stuff. At this point, you're thinking, right, he's not breaking in for no reason. Because Big Stevie's right. He's in here to plant evidence. Not only is he putting the watch in, he's putting
the bleach, the watch, the jacket.
Everything.
Yeah,
he's putting in here, but she brings him back. Bottle of red to the head. And then Dexter's like just watching.
So that's unfair. Like, the guy said he doesn't even like red.
Yeah, I know, but no white wine.
And that's why you got to die. Big wine bottle off the back of the dome.
Then he's tied up, gimp.
Yeah, some sort of like gimp table. It was like a Dexter's table, but not really. I haven't seen Dexter use this kind of table.
It was a gay, gimpy Dexter table.
It was like an X table, so the guy's like on an X platform or whatever.
And then Dexter tries his best NYC accent.
Yeah, no,
Tony.
Yeah, this was funny. Dexter calls the calls the police, and he's like, "Stay calm, my ass." You know, her name's Lady Vengeance or some shit. So he manages to get the police to come and, I guess, raid Lady Vengeance's house just before she starts.
Oh, would you fucking stop?
Just before she starts cutting this guy up, she had a lot of tools on her table. So, I mean, what would Dexter have done if the police were like, "I'm sorry, it's going to take us an hour. We're busy tonight. Tonight's not the night."
Yeah, that is the problem.
Would Dexter had to put his wee Superman cape on or something and fly through the fucking window?
I don't know. I feel like he might have done that, but I feel like Dexter was almost willing to let this guy die as long as like she got arrested in the process. But we don't know. Yeah, it would have been interesting to see nonetheless. But either way, I mean, this just works perfectly. It gets her off the streets. It also saves Harrison. It points out evidence towards her, and it doesn't raise any suspicion around the killer's table because one's dead and one's in jail.
Absolutely. So that's her gone. She gets arrested. She's taken into custody. We then see Dexter have another reunion with Harrison, and they pretty much make up. Harrison says, "I'm not like you." And Dexter is willing to accept that. He doesn't want his son to be like him. He just wants his son in his life. And that's probably the best case scenario, rather than Dexter try and mold Harrison into what he is. It just gets complicated. Dexter has always worked better on his own, and I just don't see any reason to add people to the mix. And if he teams up, even if he does, first of all, Dexter is aware that being him isn't great. He doesn't necessarily like the way he does have this like dark passenger on this code. So why would you try and mold that? Why would you try and mold your son into that same kind of person? And just safety-wise as well, you look at Harrison, he doesn't cover his tracks like Dexter. Not only could he potentially get caught, could get Dexter caught. Plus, if there's two people committing kills, you're leaving behind two sets of everything. Two sets of handprints, two sets of footprints, two people that could leave evidence behind on the scene. So it just makes sense to me that Dexter can have a relationship with his son, but it not be this father-son killing duel.
Harrison's no cut out for it, man. Like, yeah, Dexter, Original Sin, which we saw a few clips of in this episode, yeah, he's a wee bit rusty. He's not rusty, but he's a wee bit inexperienced and all those types of words. But at the end of the day, is Dexter could lie for the get-go and was a natural at it. Harrison, under like the slightest bit of pressure, is arsefolds.
Absolutely. They then see Batista watching the 9 o'clock news, and Lady Vengeance has been arrested for the kill of Ryan Foster. And at that moment, he just turns around and looks at his little detective board because he's thinking, I'm pretty sure that was Dexter that done that. But apparently it was Lady Vengeance, so...
And Dexter knows as well with the conversation earlier with Harrison that Batista's on to him.
Yeah.
He's my wide whale. It's all over. To me...
Will Batista maybe pay Lady Vengeance a visit in jail? Potentially, but someone else that paid her a visit was Charlie. We've seen her telling Prater that Lady Vengeance has been arrested, there's a problem, but Prater says, don't I pay you to take care of problems? Pretty much not even acknowledging it. We also seen Prater have a dinner with some sort of interviewer talking about his life and how he's gave millions away to foster homes. It's like, give some to us.
Oh, come on, big man. I'll adopt anybody if you're going to give me $5 million. Come on, big man.
Yeah, so
man.
We see Charlie sit down with Lady Vengeance. Lady Vengeance says that I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to demand money. I'm not going to try and hold any leverage. I'm not like that. And Charlie says that Prater appreciates it and he will make sure that her stay in prison is as comfortable and as short as possible. I actually thought when Charlie was coming here, she was going to try and help get Lady Vengeance out. But I don't know. That sounded like she was going to basically get her killed inside.
But Lady Vengeance
do you think that's about right?
I agree. Lady Vengeance implied though that here, I'm not going to give it up anything, so don't worry. But then Charlie's like, well, you know what? You're going to be very short here in here, so don't worry about it. As you said, she's going to kill her. So if you were Lady Vengeance, it's like, surely the code goes out the window here of like protecting this group. Because if you're going to be killed by that group, why would you protect them? going to make for a few interesting episodes ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if people as rich as Liam Prater, I'm sure have reached to the inside. And if they kind of want someone dead, I'm sure they could make it happen. Who knows? Maybe he's got Big Terry on the payroll.
Because, yeah, Terry for the Mayans. No idea what the actor's called, but he was here. Jobbed at Sam Dino, last spot at NYC.
Aye, so there you go. Big Terry, Mayans MC legend, so to speak. So we will maybe discuss that in a separate video. But that's pretty much it. I think that's everything covered here on episode 5.
Yeah, I can't really recall anything else. I mean, it was good. I think it was a bit of a backward step for the last episode, but I think that was natural because that last episode's got like a 9.8 on IMDb.
Yeah, which is extremely high. I'm not going to be rating this a 9.8 out of 10, but I will give it a 7. I thought it was a good episode, and again, just excited to see what happens next week.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7 as well. Would have liked a wee bit more Batista. Would have liked a wee bit more involvement with the other serial killers, but I do believe that they're going to have to come to the forefront now. Like, see, when we're having the dinner table and there's only 3 of them around the table, man, you're going to have to do something with them.
It's going to be a bit awkward, isn't it?
Because that Gemini guy's just not got anything about him. There has to be something, missing piece of the puzzle there.
Yeah, I mean, not even that, but the other guy that got the baseball bat in like episode 1 or 2, he's no longer there either. So like, the table that Prater would have been sitting with 2 dinners ago has been cut in half.
Maybe we'll see more people get at it, but then it's a whole trust thing. You have to vet people.
Absolutely. Anyway, 7 out of 10, guys. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. We'll be back later with more theories, more content. Hopefully get a trailer reaction for episode 6 as well. But that's going to do it. See you next time. Till then, peace.